back to the channel. My name is Nick with Starfall Sabers, and I wanted to show this handmade legacy run that I did. It was advertised on my Etsy a few months ago, and I just got all of them completed except one, because one is getting a special treatment per my client's request. For those that may not know, this saber is based on a production run that I did of a saber that I called Legacy. This is my personal prototype. This sold out in 2 days when I launched it, and then this production run saber was actually based on a saber that I called the Scrap Flex that I built many iterations of over the years and decided to make it the inspiration for the first run that I did. And so a few months ago, I decided to do basically a handmade run based on the production run that was based on a handmade saber. So anyway, this is going to be just a quick demo of how these sabers come apart. I built them all in tandem, but I'm never like an exact precise measurement guy. So each one is kind of a one of one. I hand weathered each one at a time. Each part every part that I made, I made 6 of those parts in tandem. But again, they look identical here far away, but if you have them close up, there's always like little just imperfections and little inconsistencies, which I think is cool because it makes it one of one, and it's kind of the nature of how I build my handmade stuff. So I'm going to just choose one saber here to show you. As far as the mechanics go of how they break down for install, they're all going to be the same. So basically what we have a 1-inch blade socket. This is going to be your blade retention here. Has a blade plug. The saber removes or unscrews at this point here. There's only a few threads here, so be careful. Sometimes there's a lot of thread, you're expecting it, you could drop the handle, so just be careful of that. So basically how I designed it is you're going to have a custom chassis. Now I do have a few installers that are kind of like Starfall Saber certified. I've worked with them for years and I trust their work. So if you want, hit me up, message me to find out who those are, and I can give you a recommendation list. But what I would, if I was to have this installed, I would ask my installers to have a press fit chassis. It does at that point, the diameter changes down to 1.009, right where that ring is. So I would have a chassis with a smaller diameter there that would slide all the way in. This box can come off. This switches are not included. This is just for demo, press fit 8mm brass from Saber Bay. You can also get them in copper, but brass fits the look. You can also get these from Phil Guinness, not these same switches. These ones that are demoed here are these really clicky switches, but Phil Guinness also makes switches with the brass hat like this, 8mm in an 8mm hole. So unscrew this button head, and in the where this screw is tapped at the bottom, there's an 832 set screw, like millimeter set screw, that would hold that chassis as it slides in, and that set screw underneath this button head will hold that in place once it's all wired up. And then you can press fit your switch in once that's wired up. This activation plate here comes off. It's kind of like spring loaded, so as you kind of put this end in and you push down to line up the hole and screw it in there. You have undermount tactile dome switch that's going to, so you'll undermount that and epoxy it so it doesn't pop through accidentally over multiple button presses. And then I've milled out underneath this hole for the square clearance of the back of that style switch. And so once that's all wired, then you're good to go. You have plenty of room all the way down to right about where these screws start. As far as chassis goes, you can get a 28mm speaker, fully removable battery, highly detailed Greebly chassis, whatever you want. You would slide that grip over, and then everything all lines up nice and neat. So really happy with this run. I want to thank everyone for your patience on it, and also for my clients who have open orders with me, because this took, I'm not going to do a run like this again. I just kind of remembered that I don't thoroughly enjoy doing handmade runs, even though they're super cool. They look really good all together, but they are just exhausting to make. I'll put them this way just for fun. Yeah, they're just exhausting to make for me. I like making something new each time. So congratulations to those who got in on this. Don't expect another one. But yeah, so these will be being shipped out. You can forward this video to your installer of choice. If you don't want to use who I recommend, that's totally fine. Feel free to send this video over just to minimize any confusion on how the saber comes apart for install. But thank you so much. Now I am back to, I have a couple Etsy orders that I'll be working on in conjunction with just going full blast into my commission backlog. So I just want to thank everyone so much for your patience and the support. It's overwhelming. May the force be with you. Take care.